Greetings and welcome to the Pharaonic village. This was the inspiration of Dr. Hassan Regev, who wanted to recreate an ancient Egyptian village. The fields are irrigated by means of the shadoof, which works like a balance, with a bucket at one end of a long pole and a heavy stone as a counterweight. Shadoofs are still sometimes used in the Egyptian countryside. When the grain is harvested, the sheaves are carried to the threshing floor in a net bag hung on a long pole. When a thick layer of grain has been spread on the circular floor, oxen or cows are driven round to break up the ears of grain with their heavy feet. The next process is winnowing, when the grain is tossed up into the air so that the lighter chaff or husk will blow away on the wind. The grain is then taken to be stored in the silos. The scribe makes a careful record of all the grain which is being stored. This was important for taxation purposes, as there was no money in Egypt in Pharaonic times. Isis was worshipped all over Egypt as a mother goddess who typified as Aswan. Horus, the falcon god, in his earliest form was the god of aerial space, with the sun and moon as his two eyes. Later he was regarded as the son of Isis and Osiris, who avenged his father's death by fighting with his uncle Seth for the throne of Egypt. After many years of conflict, Horus was... And in some parts of the country, beehives are still made this way today. The River Nile was the main highway of communication in Pharaonic times, so boat building was an important industry. Small boats were made of bundles of papyrus tied together with ropes. Such boats were used for short journeys and for fishing or hunting trips. Larger boats were made of wood, usually cedar wood imported from Lebanon. Wooden boats were pegged together with dowels and sewn together with ropes. The fish into the net. Let's see if he's been lucky today. The grotesque dwarf god Bes was a great favorite with the Egyptians. He was believed to protect people against snakes and scorpions, and was particularly regarded as a patron of women in childbirth. In general, Bes was the god of pleasure and enjoyment of every kind. According to the legend of Osiris, he was a king of Egypt who was foully murdered by his brother Seth, who was jealous of Osiris' popularity. Seth taught players, a form of which is still played in Egypt today. Ploughing is the first operation in preparing the land for cultivation. And here we see the ploughman with his team and the simple wooden plough. After ploughing, the heavy clods of soil are broken up with a hoe, and then furrows are made with the broad-bladed mattock. The sower scatters the seed from a small bag or basket, and sheep follow the sower to press the seed into the top.